Hello everyone and welcome to FNN, Finder News Network. This is Kalen here to talk about a really cool thing that's going on in the Second Wave Discord server right now. A 144 player game. This game started officially, I think there was planning going on for a while before this, but on March 12th, 2025. And 2 weeks later, we're currently in the slow phase of turn 1. So this is going. This is going as fast as it can, which is pretty slow. So, I just wanted to do a quick video with an overview of some of the game structure, tell a few fun stories from what I've seen happen in the game so far on turn 1, and just try to even scratch the surface of what's going on for this game. So, first thing, for game structure, as you can see, all of these boards here, we've got 180 boards. 144 players, but 180 boards, so there's 36 empty boards. The 18 boards in the middle of each island, or continent, whatever you want to call this, are empty, and each group of 6 boards is a region, and there's a modified archipelago tax in between them. So if you're in the book region, which is all these boards outlined by red, targeting someone in an adjacent region costs 1 energy, targeting someone who's more than 1 region away costs 2 energy. So it's pretty cool. There's still a lot of support going on from different places. People are growing into each other's regions so that they can target each other without having to pay as much of the tax. And it's just really cool. The game has these lagoon connections. You can see some of these inward-facing oceans are connected to each other. This is to help encourage players to try and jump onto these empty boards and help start covering them even from the very beginning of the game. Additionally, outer boards can connect to the corresponding board on the other continent. So like board R in the book region can connect to board R in the cactus region via regular archipelago rules. And then this game is being played against Scotland 6 plus the Dahan insurrection scenario. So this is on paper kind of a ridiculous difficulty, but we're playing with 144 spirits. Every synergy in this game is in existence times 2. So it's kind of ridiculous. There's some other restrictions in the rule set for the game, mostly to try and discourage cheese that's been exploited in other previous mega games. But for the most part, that's not going to actually come into play for what I'm talking about today, at least. So let's dig into some of these regions. I'm playing in this game. I'm playing a exploratory version of Shadows, which is a modified Shadows Flicker like flame from this exploratory testing on the Discord server, and I am actually in the Dragon region here. So I'm playing alongside another 5 spirits and having a lot of fun with that. We are involved in some of the ridiculousness, mostly with we had an Intensify Memory player who actually drew Unrelenting Growth on turn 1 and is now involved in a plan to spam it 4 times on turn 2 via help from people in at least the 2 adjacent regions and I think possibly others as well. Some other things that are going on in the 68-player mega game, there was a Operation Ouroboros where the snakes, Base Serpent and Locust Serpent, spend a bunch of time playing Absorb Essence on each other. And now, with 4 serpents in the game, it's even more hilarious. But the snakes are eating each other, turn 1 and 2. And I know that there's a Operation Snakes on a Plane going on where a Finder presence is getting, or a Finder is Travelers booning a Locust presence, I believe, in order to get an Elemental Aegis on one of the empty boards to stop 10 Blight with a single play of Elemental Aegis. It's kind of ridiculous. Other than that, there's the double layer lure vacuum cleaner that's being set up over in the Meridius region. They're both Finders, both layers, and a bunch of other spirits are coordinating to try and set up basically a massive vacuum cleaner for layer lure to create a massive layer and just absorb invaders into a single land. We're gonna see how many hundreds or maybe even thousands of explorers they manage to get stacked in one land later on. Some other fun stories. I know that the Moon Island, which is or Moon region, is trying to set up a massive pocket even despite Scotland 6, and is probably going to accomplish it by turn 2. There's maybe some risk on some of that falling apart, but from what it sounded like when they were posting about it, it seems like they have pretty good odds of doing it. The orange fractured players started with a cast down into the briny deep in their days that never were, and originally had a plan to threshold it on turn 3. I'm not sure if that's still in play because there was some discussion of other broken things fractured could be doing, and destroying one board when there's 180 isn't all that much advantage. So I'm not sure exactly where that's going to go, but it was still a cool thing. Over in the plant region, there's a mentor memory that got Vigor of the Breaking Dawn turn 1 and has given it to a Haven River who can threshold it on turn 2. So that's exciting and fun. Over in the books region, there's a Wildfire player setting up a massive push presence triggering push Dahan. So for Wildfire, when its presence moves into a land, you get to push all the Dahan in that land. And because of the Snare Dahan insurrection, the Dahan all deal damage in the land they get pushed to. So just making a giant stack of Dahan and shuffling it around to wipe out as many invaders as possible. So with help from Wind Lightning, Wounded Waters Bleeding, Stranded Mists, and possibly others, they're just going to be shuffling that presence around and annihilating the invaders. There's so many other plans going on. I can barely even begin to scratch the surface of this. But, tons of people have been putting together these plans. They've been putting together hilarious memes on the channels in there. I'd love to try and cover those in a future FNN report, or at least some of them. I don't think I could get through all of them. There's so many. But, thank you so much to everyone who's playing this game. Thank you so much to the hosts. There's a ton of people putting a ton of effort into making this game happen. Just to read through as many of them as I can: Lemurkin, MBOSS, Logan's Hungry Grass, Baby Sea Turtles, Amaryllis, KPCD, Chaotic Lamora, HNE, Mathematics, Sam Sullivan, A Small Emu, Ovines, Zephod42, Zontan, Tables, AVR, Bob Joe Wan, Black Blizzard, Mr. Schwartzbrat, Tim, Zaya, Dark Cyan, Flo, FMFF, Dracolog. Anyone else I forgot, I apologize, and anyone whose name I mispronounced, I apologize too. But, thank you all so much for doing this and putting this together. I'm very excited about this game. It has been distracting me so much recently, and I've just been having a blast looking at it and trying to figure things out. All right, well, thanks everyone for watching this episode of FNN, and we'll catch you next time with more reports from the 144-player game. Take care.